and 70s. We are going to be getting a little bit hotter today, so keep in mind, even by lunchtime today, temperatures are going to push close to 90, so it is a warm day ahead. Temperatures, though, right now, Sugar Land, good morning, 67, Pearland, 67, Conroe, 64, IH currently at 70, and yes, you're under clear skies. Clear skies continue, but that's also what's going to warm us up really 1 or 2 degrees warmer compared to yesterday. Sunny skies, high temperatures this afternoon in the mid to low 90s, so temperatures above average. In fact, we're getting closer to our records. Pollen. Continue to detail this out, but heads up to all my allergy sufferers.
Oh no!
I know.
Brown fans, how was it in the afternoon?
Well, you know, but I tell you, in the morning, not bad, and that's really what you're dealing with right now. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s, but by the afternoon, you're actually going to be in the mid to low 90s today, so it will be a very quick warm up once that sun comes out. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s, clear skies, nice conditions, calm winds for your Monday. Notice on your day part moon, I think during the peak daytime heating, 3, 4 o'clock this afternoon, we could get close to 95 today. Let's focus in on pollen. This has been very much a problem. It is ragweed season, and boy, is it acting like it. Now, everything is popping up all over the map here. So all my allergy sufferers, yeah, it's pretty bad right now. We're going to go from pollen into tropics. It is active right now across the Atlantic. So we do have tropical depression Joyce. Joyce used to be a tropical storm. It is now tropical depression Joyce. Tropical storm Isaac. Both of these are going to stay in the open Atlantic. Tropical depression number 12. Now this could take on the name Kirk. And then we have 2 other waves that I'm monitoring. One off the coast of Africa now has a 60% chance of development. But let's focus in on the area of showers and thunderstorms in the Caribbean right now, planning to head a little bit closer into the Yucatan, has a 50% chance of developing, and this will be heading into the southernmost portion of the Gulf of Mexico. So that is the one toward the end of the week we will be carefully watching. Again, if you're keeping up with the names, next on the list will be Kirk, then Leslie, Milton, and then Nadine. So yeah, it is very active right now. The remnants of Helene, notice how that's pushing across portions of the northeast. Now this may not look like much on the radar. However, if you go to the flood risk today, once you head into portions of upper Virginia, heading closer into Washington, D.C., notice how it's a slight risk of flooding. So the remnants of Helene still adding a lot on the radar. And week ahead, Jen, notice how the clouds start to build in? That's relative humidity. And then the 70s overnight also return. Weak front moves in by the end of the week, but a pretty steady forecast all in all.
All right, we'll take.
Oh, but you know HEB always has everything.
Yeah, but it's always crowded.
Time of day you go. That is true. Well, good morning, guys. Are you ready for your Monday? Temperature-wise, we are in the 60s and 70s. 65 in Tomball, 64 in Conroe, 66 Cleveland. Notice Hobby Airport, Galveston, already in the mid-70s. So we did have our south wind return. It's really calm, but I do think you're going to notice a pretty quick warm up throughout the day today as we keep more of a southeasterly wind in place over the next 48 hours. I think by midweek, that's when you're going to notice that relative humidity really on the rise. That's when you're going to notice it is back. All right, your extended forecast. Now we're talking not only early October, early to mid-October, October 6th through the 10th. It does look like West Coast looks really above average. We kind of split the difference. They stay near normal as we get into the first couple weeks of October. As far as our rain chances go, we're right in the middle. So we trend, I think, almost right where we should be for this time of the year. So temperatures, I think, are going to be upper 80s, close to 90 for most of next week. And rain chances, we'll keep a very slight rain chance. And we do get a weak front. The timing on this is going to help push any tropical moisture just to our east, but we are going to be monitoring that very carefully. All right, Jen, I'll send it over to you on this Monday.
Chita, thank you. Good morning, Houston. Happy Monday to all of you, bright and early at 5 o'clock on the nose. I'm Steph Simmons here with Reka Mudaraj, Chita Craft, and Jennifer Reyna.
Yeah. We've got a lot to get to this morning, but first, Chita, a cool start to the morning.
Cool start.
Yeah.
Is actually what's going to lead to this air quality alert. Okay, that's in effect for Harris, Missouri, Peoria and Galveston County. On top of that, we're also dealing with really heavy pollen. So all my allergy sufferers, but even now coming in, grass, tree at moderate levels. Did you notice it this weekend? This weekend it was brutal, and it's going to stay like that for your Monday. 88 by lunchtime today, so nearing 90 degrees this afternoon. Mid to low 90s expected under sunny skies. So it's a really quick warm up to the day today. Higher humidity is expected midweek. That's also when maybe we could see an isolated shower or two. We'll talk more about your extended forecast coming up in just a little bit. But all right, Jen, get us
steady for us.
Yeah, we do. We have a day mid 90s for tomorrow. We're still going to see an abundance of sunshine. So mainly clear skies to start your week off. Notice what happened. That's the first indication. High humidity returns as well. Looking at the extended forecast, notice where the heat is expected to build for the first 2 weeks of October. Out west, yeah, they're going to be smacked with some really high heat. Here locally, I think just about average temperatures. So even as we get into next week, it looks like upper 80s closing in on 90s. So still warm. I know it's not really super fall-like, but not bad. And we do stay really steady even over the next 6 to 10 days. This is October 6th through October 10th. As far as our rain chances go, it almost looks like we're split right down the middle. Now, coming up in about 10 minutes, I'm going to give you a full check of the tropics because, Jen, the Atlantic Basin is very active right now. And over to you.
See you. Yeah. You have to wait to the last minute, Cheetah, because we don't know if we're going to be sweating it out or if it's going to be chilly.
100%. And then I'm also like, oh, can you pick up that milkshake?
Right, on the way.
While you're at it.
To the last minute for that too. I like that service idea. Okay, good morning, guys. Hey, this Monday, I am starting off with the tropics because we are extremely active. Okay, it's important to keep up with this forecast every single day this week. Now, we have several different areas in the open Atlantic. Tropical Depression Joyce used to be Tropical Storm Joyce, Tropical Storm Isaac. Notice Tropical Depression 12 couldn't take on the name Kirk today. And then notice this wave just off the coast of Africa. This is the percentages there rapidly starting to increase to become potentially our next tropical depression or tropical storm. However, what I really want to focus in on, though, is the potential of this tropical wave that could potentially become our next tropical depression or tropical storm closing in on the Yucatan, potentially mid to the latter part of the week. And then that means pushing it into the southernmost portion of the Gulf of Mexico. Right now, it has a 50% chance of developing. That has not changed from last night. So if you're keeping up with the names, we have that Isaac, Joyce, and so Kirk, Leslie, Milton, Nadine, those are the next names on the list. As far as the remnants of Helene, Helene is still producing rain across portions of the Northeast. Looking at the flood risk today, notice how portions of Virginia and pushing into the north has a slight risk to sea high water. So even the remnants of Helene, not completely out. A lot to monitor with the tropics. However, temperature-wise, we're in the upper 80s to low 90s. That's Wednesday into Thursday. But notice the clouds. The clouds are increasing. First indication, higher humidity on the way. Winds are out of the south-southeast. That's when you're going to start to notice more clouds, higher humidity, so that muggy feel will return before we have a weak boundary. Now, only a 30% chance right now for an isolated thunderstorm Friday into Saturday. Watch those percentages. However, that front, the timing of that is going to help push and kick most of that tropical moisture to our east. Still a lot to monitor. Jen, tropics are very active, so of course I'll continue to update you today and each and every day this week.
Yes, looking forward to it. And good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Reka Mutaraj here with Steph Simmons, Chita Craft, and Jennifer Reyna.
All right, Cheeto, what are you watching this morning? Do you have good news besides the pollen?
Yeah. Especially if you were outside, we had such beautiful weather, mainly for the morning. I know that's when we had the really nice temperatures, but the pollen is a problem. So stay on top of those out. And then check this out. Because of the clear skies, the calm winds, we do have another air quality alert. This was issued yesterday, and it has been reissued by the National Weather Service for today. Mainly Harris, Brazoria, Galveston County. Remember, it's when we have clear skies and calm winds. So this is typical. It's normal, but it can really act like tomorrow. Increasing cloud cover Wednesday. First indication, humidity is also on the rise. Now, I am tracking our next boundary, a weak but cool front by the end of the week. We'll talk more about that, Jen, in just a little bit.
Oh, hard to believe that we're in the mid-90s still at this point in the calendar.
Good for that home game, Cheetah.
It was so nice. Everybody was basically in the 60s, low humidity. It was fabulous. But then it did warm up pretty quickly. In fact, yesterday we reached a high of 95. Today, I'm expecting a high of 95. And, you know, that's our record today, our record high temperature. So we may tie or even break our daily record record high today. 94 for tomorrow. Notice winds, but as you start to see the clouds build in, that's higher relative humidity. So it's still going to be feeling more into the upper 90s. Now, at least current temperatures for your Monday morning are mainly in the 60s. 65 in Sugar Land, 64 Tomball, 66 this morning Huntsville. A decent start to your Monday morning. I know we have some 70s out there, but all in all, calm winds, mainly clear skies, pleasant conditions. What we are going to notice over the next 2 days, winds going from the east and then really driving out of the southeast. And overall, that is what will increase the relative humidity. Today, because the winds are mostly calm, that's why that air quality alert is still in effect. Now, tropics, they are active, all right? I just published a new article for you on khou.com if you want to read a little bit more in depth about this. But we have Tropical Storm Isaac, Tropical Depression Joyce, Tropical Depression 12 that I think will develop for today. And then notice that wave, even just off the coast of Africa with a 60% chance of development. Jen, I will talk a little more detail, though, about this wave closing in on the Yucatan toward the end of the week, coming up in about 10 minutes.
All right.
Chita Craft, are we looking at any rain chances this week?
You know, no, we are dry today, an abundance of sunshine for your Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we are dry. Now, we are going to notice the relative humidity increasing Wednesday. I think you'll notice a added cloud cover, an isolated thunderstorm. Not much. We have a very dry week ahead, but a hot week ahead. So take a look at the daily almanac. Yesterday, we had a high of 95. We should be 88 for this time of the year. I'm forecasting a high today of 95, and that's our record set in 1905. So it is warm. We may even break our daily record high temperature. Out the door this morning, at least you've got a nice start to the day. Your bus stop forecast, 60s and 70s for all the kiddos out there. By the afternoon, it's a quick warm up. So even by lunchtime today, temperatures will be pushing toward 90. By the afternoon, 95. So I think if anything, everyone's going to notice what a hot start to the work week. Winds are calm across the board. Winds overall are going to start to shift out of the east and drive out of the southeast, and that is what will increase the relative humidity midweek. Because our winds are so calm, it increases that ozone. So the pollution that we put out, especially during the middle part of the day, that's what increases and kind of drapes across the skyline, makes for a hazy, sometimes sunset in the evening. So we do have an air quality alert for Harris, Brazoria, and Galveston County. Did you notice this yesterday? If you noticed it yesterday, you will probably notice it today. If you have asthma, if you have a child that has asthma, this can kick up some of the conditions, but also the pollen can too, especially the ragweed. And the ragweed is still inside. Your kiddos have practices, games on a big old field. Yeah, the grass is at moderate levels. Your tree is at moderate levels. Heads, all right. We have a decent week ahead. It's just warm. That's above average for this time of the year. 95 today, 94 tomorrow. Notice Wednesday, the clouds, indication of higher relative humidity. So some of our feels like temperatures probably towards the end of the week, maybe closer into the upper 90s, pushing maybe closer to 100. Slated rain chance here or there. But otherwise, again, a very steady pattern ahead. Jen, I don't know, do you have some good news over there on Monday?
It's turning for the
and 70s this morning. The difference is, notice how we're going to start to pick up more of a south wind. The winds are really calm across the board. Skies are clear, but that is going to be enough. It's going to increase the heat and then eventually the relative humidity, especially midweek. Today, we are under an air quality alert issued by the National Weather Service. This is in effect for Harris, Brazoria, and Galveston County. If you have emphysema, if you have any type of respiratory illness, you may have noticed it yesterday. You probably will today. And Jen, then the pollen is not helping you out either. Ragweed, mold spores at heavy level.
Yeah, my friends with the Kleenex box right there.
Yeah, tough situation out there. Nicole Valdez live in Anderson, North Carolina. Thank you so much.
All right, Chita Craft joining us now.
Look at this. Not only Tropical Storm Isaac, we did have Tropical Storm Joyce, now Tropical Depression Joyce. Tropical Depression number 12, I think that could take on a name Kirk today. This wave just off the coast of Africa now has a 60% chance of development. And then we have this wave in the Western Caribbean. So right now this is just a broad area of showers and thunderstorms, but it does look like it could start to come together just a little bit as it nears the Yucatan. Then after the Yucatan, it'll be moving into the southernmost portion of the Gulf. So by the end of the week and the upcoming weekend, we're going to have to watch this moisture source very carefully. It does look like it goes just to our east. So we will see, if that intensifies over the next couple days. If you are keeping track of the names, again, Isaac, Joyce, so Kirk, Leslie, Milton, and then Nadine would be the next names on the list, but very active right now. The remnants of Helene still pushing to the north. I mean, what we're tracking on our radar is all still from Helene. I mean, think Monday, we're still talking about this. As far as the flood risk that goes for today, still under slight risk of high water spots. And Jen, this is going to continue to lift to the north and east. So even though we've had really calm, beautiful conditions here locally, I mean, still millions of people still dealing with the rain.
Cannot believe that movie. Oh God, so many good things. Hey, Cheetah, still in the 90s, but you know, a lot of us are still appreciating the cooler temps.
Yes, afternoon, yeah, we're going to the mid 90s, but this morning, our cooler temps are 60s and 70s. Not that bad. It's a nice start to the morning, clear skies, calm winds, but it is going to be a warm Monday. So if you're getting ready to get out the door this morning, yeah, even though it's 60s and 70s now, it's going to be a really quick warm up throughout the day. Nice shots though. Again, visibility is not a problem anywhere. We have clear skies and calm winds. So your bus stop forecast this morning, comfortable out the door by the afternoon, hot. It's going to be feeling warm out there, mid 90s. That's actually our record high today. So we may break or tie our daily record high temperature this afternoon. Throughout the day today, temperatures are going to warm quickly. So even by lunchtime today, 90, even your lunch. I think Wednesday with higher relative humidity, you may notice some more clouds, but otherwise about Friday, about a 30% chance for a shower to an isolated thunderstorm, about a 20% chance for your Saturday. Looking ahead to the extended outlook for the next 6 to 10 days, getting into the first, even borderline second week of October, it looks like we split the difference. I think we're going to be right around average with our rain chances, and our temperatures about the same. So I think next week trending more upper 80s, pushing towards 90, but the highest heat will actually build out west. Big ridge of high pressure is setting up there. We've got sunshine in the forecast, but you may notice there's still something in the air. I'll break down your allergy forecast.
For weather and traffic, Jennifer, we're going to start with you.
Yeah, we haven't only do we need our patience, but maybe a box of Kleenex this
Yes,
morning.
yeah, all the things. At temperatures today heading to the mid 90s. We are under sunny skies. Today, sunny skies, tomorrow, city. But today, thanks to the clear skies, the calm winds, we are under an air quality alert. This is issued by the National Weather Service in effect for Harris, Brazoria, Galveston County. And then, yeah, our pollen is really bad right now. Look at that number. That count stayed high right tree. So all of that combined going to be an irritant, especially if you have asthma, emphysema, or any type of respiratory illness. All right, tropics. I'm really going to dive into this in about 10 minutes, but guys, extremely active. I'll send it on over to you.
Stood there.
Was
Cheetah's
she
like,
like-
I don't know what to do.
It's like, get the boxing match now.
I was letting Toro do his thing, and just talking. You know how I do, just throwing things out the way I like to do. I'm like, and then I took it to the floor. I was like, whoa! I didn't know we were gonna like go all out. I just thought he'd have a little something. But go Toro! I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad you were able to rock it at the Real Texans game. Okay. Good morning, guys. We have clear skies across the board. It doesn't really matter where you're waking up. Clear skies. Katie, good morning. Beautiful start to the day. Live look from the Galleria this morning. Notice clear skies across the board. This is also what's leading to your air quality alert. Remember that air quality alert and really heavy pollen. Today, temperatures are expected to go to 95. That's what we hit yesterday. If you thought it was on the warm side yesterday afternoon, you were right. Our record today. Now, first we hit this 1905. Get this, Jen. Last year, today, we were also at 95. So while it is hot to end September at 95 degrees, we actually hit this last year as well.
Oh,
Over to
no.
you. I know.
They're amazing because you got to get in early to get the good stuff, right,
Yes,
Cheetah?
yeah,
that's
good
very true before it's all
presents.
picked over. It's all about the heat, all right? We're starting off nice and comfortable, but by lunchtime today, you're pushing toward 90, 95 this afternoon, so it is going to be feeling warm with clear skies, calm winds, air quality alert for Harris, Brazoria, Galveston County. Day number 2 that this was issued. This was also in effect yesterday. This is the worst. I mean, it has been high for about the past 2 weeks, and now we're tacking on mold spores, just kind of in place there. All right, the latest with the tropics, boy, we are active right now. We have Tropical Depression Joyce, Tropical Storm Isaac, Tropical Depression number 12. This will probably become Kirk today. Notice the wave just off the coast of Africa now, and the area of showers and thunderstorms. This tropical wave that does have a 50% chance of developing over the next 7 days did not change anything from last night, but that's expected most of that moisture to head a little bit closer into the Yucatan, and we will see if that chance starts to increase over the next 2 days. It's still at 0. Again, if you're keeping up with the names on the list, Kirk, Leslie, Milton will be next. We have a pretty steady next 7 days. Jen, if anything, everyone's going to notice near record-breaking heat both today and tomorrow. I know. On the